Welcome everybody to our 2016 Mets replay. We are in Citi Field in Flushing, Queens, and it's going to be Jorge De La Rosa against Bartolo Colon, the Colorado Rockies, at the New York Mets. George De La Rosa, or Jorge De La Rosa, if you will, was 8-9 with a 5.51 ERA in 24 starts, while Bart Colon was 15-8 with a 3.43 ERA in 33 starts. So very, very consistent and effective in 2016 was Bartolo Big Sexy Colon, the 45-year-old, going to be 45 in May, year-old right-hander, who at one point was a flamethrower and now is a more of a finesse type guy. And we're going to get started. It's going to be Blackmon, LeMahieu, Arenado, followed by Gonzalez in the fourth spot. In the fifth spot is the shortstop Trevor Story, then Dahl, Reynolds, Hundley, and De La Rosa for Colorado. So here's the pitch from Bartolo Colon, and it's game 103 at Citi Field, July 30th, 2016. It's a 1-7 off Blackmon's card, and that's a swing and a miss. Blackmon goes down on strikes. 1 out for Colon. LeMahieu, it's a 2-8, and that's a ground ball at the third baseman. Flores fields it over to first, out number 2. And Nolan Arenado, who many say is the best third baseman in baseball. And it's 3-7. 3-7. It's a ground ball again to Flores over to his left. Throws on the run. Out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for Big Bart, Big Sexy. And we go to the bottom of the first inning. The Mets will bring up Granderson, Walker, and Cespedes, followed by Flores, the third baseman, Cabrera, the shortstop, and Darno, the catcher. Then in center field, there's Justin Ruggiano. And it's going to be Kelly Johnson. And finally, it's going to be Bart Colon batting ninth. Here's the pitch to Curtis Granderson from Jorge De La Rosa. It's a 2-11. It's going to be off Granderson's card. It's a walk, so it's ball 4 to Granderson. Granderson on at first. The pitch to Neil Walker is next. It's a 4-8. And 8, it's going to be a split die, double single, and that's lined into the gap. And it's going to get cut off by the center fielder Blackmon. Granderson is going to stop at third, and Walker is in with a double. So second and third now, and it's Yoenis Cespedes. So an RBI opportunity for the big man. It's a 6-3, and that's a fly ball left field X. Left fielder's a 2. We rolled a 6. And that's caught by Dahl, not deep enough to get Granderson home, so 1 out. And Cespedes losing an opportunity there to pick up an RBI or 2. It's going to be Wilmer Flores now. The runners on second, third, and 1 out. It's a 2-4. It's a ground ball right at the shortstop. And that's going to be an out. If no runners are forced, runners hold. Everybody runners hold. So everybody holds on that. Don't know why. 2 outs. And it's Cabrera. There's Drupal Cabrera. It's a 4-6. A 4-6 is a strikeout. Cabrera down on strikes. So after the first 2 batters reach base, it's 1, 2, 3 strikes are out. And we go to the top of the second, no score. Mets leave 2 on here and failed to score in the bottom of the second. In the top of the second, that was in the bottom of the first. In the top of the second, it's going to be Gonzalez, Carlos Gonzalez, against Bart Cologne. Three, 8. That's a walk. Runner on first. Trevor Story. It's a split die, line drive, base hit. Stopping at second is Gonzalez. First and second now, nobody out. David Dahl. Three, 4. That's lifted to deep center field. Back goes the center fielder for the Mets. Ruggiano back to the track, to the wall, looks up, and that's gone. 3-run home run. David Dahl, the second home run of the series. For Dahl, it's a 3-run shot, puts the Mets down by a score of 3-0. Still no outs here in the top half of the second inning. That's a 3-9. That's going to be in the gap. Hustling around first is Reynolds, and he's on with a double. Hundley now. It's a swing and a miss. Hundley down on strikes. 1 out now. De La Rosa. Five, 6 is ground ball shortstop X. And that's a 3. And that's fielded by Cabrera over to first. And runners advance. So to third goes Reynolds. So 2 outs now. And at third base is Mark Reynolds. And the batter is going to be Charlie Blackmon. It's a 4-4. It's going to be off Bartolo's card, and that's a center field 8 X. And Ruggiano's a 3, and that's a ball that Ruggiano runs down for out number 3. But the Rockies pick up 3 runs on 3 hits, and they lead at 3-0 going to the bottom of the second. In the bottom of the second, it's going to be Darno, Ruggiano, and Johnson. It's the pitch from De La Rosa. It's off Darno's card. It's a fly ball lifted to left. Left fielder Dahl is there, out number 1. Now, Ruggiano is an extra player type, and I threw his card together. Going to make some adjustments on Ruggiano's 2 column. Actually, we're not going to make any adjustments on his 2 column. I guess we'll make an adjustment on his 1 column. On 5 and 6, going to turn those into singles. And it's 4-9, 4-10 rather, off of De La Rosa, 4-10. Ground ball shortstop X. Shortstop is a 3, and that's 18. It's probably a roll again, and it is. It's a 15 this time. And that's booted. So Story boots it, and Ruggiano's on at first. Johnson, 5-7 off De La Rosa's card, and that's a split die. Line drive base hit. To third goes Ruggiano. So Johnson's on with a single, and next is going to be Bart Cologne. That's going to be a 3-4, and that's a strikeout. Second out. And it's the top of the lineup. It's going to be Granderson. Curtis Granderson. Granderson is walked his first time up. It's a 2-7. And that's a line drive. And it's base hit. So Granderson drives in a run. Stopping at second is going to be Johnson. RBI single for Granderson. And next is going to be Neil Walker. It's 3-1 now. There's 2 outs. It's a 2-2. That's a ground ball right at the shortstop. Takes it himself with a force. And that's the third out, but the Mets pick up 1 here in the bottom of the second. 3-1 to score now. Colorado up. We go to the top of the third. And it's going to be LeMahieu, Arenado, and Gonzalez against Bartolo Colon. 6, and that's going to be a split die. It's going to be a double for LeMahieu. He's into second standing. Leadoff double. Nolan Arenado. 5-8. It's a fly ball center field. Ruggiano over. Out number 1. Gonzalez next. Carlos Gonzalez. 1-6. And that's a split die. Line drive, base hit. Around third is LeMahieu. Here's the throw, not in time. RBI single for Carlos Gonzalez. And there's action in the Mets bullpen. It looks like it's Lugo out there. Here's Trevor Story, 5-9. That's lifted to deep center field. And back goes Ruggiano to the track, to the wall, and that's gone. Home run. 2-run home run by Trevor Story. And Colorado leads it 6-0 now. With 1 out here in the third, they've scored 3 runs on 3 hits. And that looks like it's going to be all for Bartolo Colon. It's going to be Seth Lugo coming in for the Mets. Now, Seth Lugo in 2016 was 5-2 with a 2.67 ERA. And he's going to be facing David Dahl and Mark Reynolds. 2-9. That's a strikeout. Out number 2. And Mark Reynolds now. (4-7). That's a fly ball lifted center. Ruggiano makes the catch for out number 3. But the Rockies pick up 3 more runs on 3 hits. A 3-run, actually a 2-run home run by Trevor Story. And we go to the bottom of the third. It's going to be Cespedes against De La Rosa. 2-6, and that's lifted to deep center field. And that ball is gone out of here. Cespedes, first pitch over the center field wall. And it's 6-1. Next is Wilmer Flores. 1-5. And that's a line drive base hit for Wilmer Flores. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Cabrera next. There's Drupal Cabrera. It's 2-6. And that's ball 4. Runners on first and second for the Mets. And it's Travis d'Arnaud. 6-6. And that's a line drive. Caught by the first baseman, Reynolds. L3 for the first out. Ruggiano up now. Say 5-8. Say ground ball, second base, X. Second baseman's a 1. That's an 11. That's a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. But the Mets pick up 1 on 2 hits and a walk. And the score now is 6-2. I'm sorry, 6-2. Colorado. I think I said 6-1 before. They did score a run in the second inning. RBI single by Granderson. So we're going to the top of the fourth. Lugo is going to face Hundley, De La Rosa, and Blackman. One 4. That's a ground ball right back to Lugo. Feels his position. Out number 1. 3-11, and that's a fly ball lifted to left. Cespedes is there. Out number 2. Charlie Blackman now. (6-3) off Lugo's card. That's a fly ball left field, X. Cespedes is a 3. And he makes the catch for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the fourth for Seth Lugo. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's going to be Johnson leading off. Kelly Johnson. Johnson's 1 for 1. 4-7. It's going to be off De La Rosa. 7 is a line drive base hit center field for Kelly Johnson. He's 2 for 2. Pitcher Lugo is a 3. We may not have any more 3 cards handy. We may have to pull, we have to pull the 3 from 3 batting cards. So Lugo, you know what? He's going to bunt. And that's a 10. I don't know if that's a successful bunt. Batter is safe. So no, Lugo fails to bunt. Johnson to second, 1 out, and Lugo's on at first. It's the top of the order now, 1 out, Lugo on at first. It's a 6-2 Colorado lead, and it's Jorge De La Rosa pitching for Colorado. Here's the pitch to Granderson. That's a 3-7. A 3-7 is a walk, ball 4. So Granderson's been on all 3 times. He walks here. There's runners on first and second now. Lugo is on at second, and Granderson on at first. It's going to be Neil Walker. So 1-9. That's a ball that's lifted to shallow center. Coming in is Blackman for out number 2. And it's Cespedes. Cespedes homered in his last at bat. It's a 6-6. A 6-6 is a line drive. And it's in there for a base hit. Base is loaded now. And it's Wilmer Flores with the bases loaded and 2 outs against Jorge De La Rosa. Here's the pitch. It's a 6-3. It's going to be off De La Rosa, and that's a fly ball left field, X. There's a 2 out there in left field. David Dahl comes in to make the catch. And he does. It's the 3rd out. The Mets leave 2 here in the bottom of the 4th. Actually, they leave the bases loaded, but don't score. And we go to the top of the 5th inning. It's 6-2 to Colorado. It's going to be LeMahieu against Seth Lugo. 4-9. And that's swung on and lifted to deep center field. And back goes Ruggiano to the track, to the wall. Looks up. Adios. Home run. LeMahieu. 7-2 Mets. And Seth Lugo wishes he had that one back. 6-9 off Lugo's card. A 9 is going to be a ball that's going to split the outfielders. And Ruggiano makes it there for the out. Looked like it's going to fall in for a little bit there on the split. And it's going to be a 6-6-6, the sign of the devil. And that's going to be off of 6-12. And that's a ground ball right back to Lugo for out number 2. Next is Trevor Story. 5-7, and that's a fly ball, shallow left. Cespedes. And that's all she wrote for the top of the 5th, but the Rockies pick up a run on a hit, the home run by LeMahieu. And we go to the bottom of the 5th, 7-2, Colorado. It's going to be Cabrera leading it off, number 13. It's a 5-5. That's going to be a ground ball, shortstop X. Shortstop is a 3, and that's a 4. And that's a ball that Story handles and throws out Cabrera. 1 out. Travis d'Arnaud, 6-5. That's a fly ball to right. Right fielder Gonzalez. 2 away. Next is Ruggiano. 1-9. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Ruggiano down on strikes. Strikeout number 3. And that's the end of 5 innings of play. Score is 7-2 Colorado. David Dahl is going to lead it off against Seth Lugo. 3-11. It's a line drive base hit for Dahl. Dahl is 2 for 3. He's got a home run and a single now. Next is Mark Reynolds. It's a 6-6 for Lugo. 6-6 is a pop-up to the left side. Cabrera calls for it. 1 out. 2-8. That's a ground ball hit right at Cabrera. He flips to Walker and back to the first baseman, Johnson. 6-4-3, double play. Mets are out of the inning. And we go to the bottom of the 6th now. It's going to be the Mets. Johnson, the pitcher, and Granderson. Kelly Johnson, say 3-7. That's ball 4 to Johnson. All right, it's going to be a pinch hitter now. It's going to be Brandon Nimmo. He's going to come out to pinch hit for Seth Lugo here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch to Nimmo. It's going to be a 4-6. A 4-6 is a line drive. And caught by the third baseman, Nolan Arenado. So it's L5. And it's going to be Curtis Granderson now. Granderson is 1 for 1. He's walked twice and singled. So he's been on every time he's batted. Say 5-7. A 5-7 is a split die. That's line into the gap. Cut off quickly by Blackman, and Granderson, who thought of going for 2, stays at first. He's 2 for 2 now. And stopping at second, no, all the way to third is Johnson. Hustled over to third. And it's going to be Walker. Neil Walker, who has good power. Mets are one big hit of being back in this ball game. Some action in the bullpen for Colorado. It's a 1-9. It's a fly ball. Hit the center field. That's going to be deep enough to bring a run home. And Johnson's tagging up. And here's the throw. Not nearly in time. So it's a sacrifice fly and an RBI for Neil Walker. Yoenis Cespedes now. He's homered. He's 1 for 3. Actually, he's 2 for 3, excuse me, on the day. Single and homered. And the runner is at first, Granderson. The score now is 7-3. And here's the pitch to Cespedes. It's a 5-6, and that's ball 4. And that looks like it's going to be all for De La Rosa. It's going to be Flores coming up. Lefty, not a lefty. We're going to bring in Lyles, Jordan Lyles, to face the right-hander, Flores. So Jordan Lyles replaces De La Rosa. And he's going to face Flores with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch. It's a 4-2, and that's going to be off Lyles' card. And that's a fly ball right field X. Our right field out there, our right fielder is a Gonzalez, who's a 2. We rolled an 8. And he makes the catch for out number 3. And we go to the top of the 7th now. It's 7-3, Colorado. We've played 6 so far. And in the top of the 7th, it's going to be the pitcher spot. But it looks like we had a double switch. Catcher Tony Walters came in, and it was Lyles who was written into the Hundley 8th spot. Walters is batting 9th now. So here's the pitch from Bastardo. Bastardo's the new pitcher for the Mets. It's the pitch to Walters, and that's a 5-12, a 5-12 off Bastardo's card. It's a ground ball to Walker. 17, it's an X. It's a 3. We're going to have to roll again for that. It's a 3. 3. That's a base hit into right center field for Walters. So Walters is on at first. It's a ball that looked like Walker could get to, but didn't turn out that way. And runner on first here in the top of the second. I'm sorry, top of the 7th. Excuse me. Blackman. It's the pitch to Blackman. It's a 5-5. And that ball is lifted to deep center field, and back goes the center fielder Ruggiano to the track, to the wall, looks up. That's out of here. 2-run home run by Charlie Blackman. And the Rockies now lead it 9-3. That's the 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth home run of the game for the Rockies. It's going to be LeMahieu. Here's the pitch to LeMahieu, 6-11. It's a fly ball left field. Left fielder's a 3. Cespedes out there. And that drops in for a single. Cespedes just gave up on it at the last minute. And it's Arenado, Nolan Arenado. So action in the Met bullpen. 6-10. It's a fly ball center field X. Center fielder's a 3. And that's a 2. And that drops in there. That's going to go for a double. Stopping at third is going to be LeMahieu. Second and third now. Nobody out. 9-3. And with Carlos Gonzalez coming up, a lefty, they're going to leave Bastardo in. Probably one more batter. Infield's going to be in for the Mets. It's a 6-11. It's a fly ball left field. It's a 10 this time. That's Cespedes coming over, makes the catch. Tagging up is LeMahieu. He scores. And that's 1 out. And it's 10-3 now. And Trevor Story. And that's going to be it for Bastardo. We're going to get Hansel Robles. Robles is going to face Story. Here's the pitch to Trevor Story. Running around second base, 1 out. It's 3-5. And that's ball 4. So Story manages a walk. First and second, only 1 out. Dahl, 6-10. It's a ground ball right at the third baseman. Flores was a 4. That's a 5. And that's going to be down the line. It's going to go for a double. Around third, coming home is Arenado. Stopping at third is going to be Story. It's an RBI double for David Dahl down the left field line. Underneath is Flores' glove. $11 now. 11-3. And runners on second and third. Infield is they're gonna walk Mark Reynolds intentionally to load the bases. The infield is in to Hundley. Here's the pitch. It's a 4-6 by Robles. That's a strikeout. Big out for Robles. 2 out now. And it's the pitcher spot. Oh, I'm sorry. That was not, I'm sorry. That was Lyles. So we have to replay that one. Been having that issue lately. He's going to bring in the pinch hitter. It's going to be Adames. See if we got him here. Christian Adames is going to pinch hit. We're going to use the same die roll. That's a 4, 6. So it didn't matter. Okay, all right, okay. No problem. It's a strikeout. Adames strikes out, but let's write him in. Adames for Lyles in the top of the 7th. And now next is Walters with 2 outs. So 4-8. It's a strikeout for the 3rd out. But the Rockies pick up 1, 2, 3, 4 on 5 hits. And they now lead it 11-3 after 6.5. And it's going to be Asdrubal Cabrera leading it off for the Metropolitans. New pitcher for Colorado is going to be Boone Logan. Here's the pitch to Cabrera. It's a 6-10. It's a ground ball to Arenado. He's a 1, and that's a 2. That's a ball that Arenado gets to and throws out Cabrera. Darno is next. So 4-9. It's a strikeout. Out number 2 in the bottom of the 7th. Ruggiano, 4-8. It's a strikeout. 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 7th for the Mets. Score is 11-3 Colorado going to the top of the 8th. The top of the 8th is going to be the top of the order. And they're going to be facing Hansel Robles. Blackman, 3-5. It's a fly ball, center field, Ruggiano over. Out number 1. LeMahieu, 6-7. It's a line drive base hit for LeMahieu. That's his 4th hit of the game, by the way. He's 4 for 5 today. Nolan Arenado, it's a 2-8. And that's a deep drive to center field, driving Ruggiano back to the track, to the wall. That's out of here. 2-run home run for Nolan Arenado. And that's the Colorado 13th run and 5th home run of the game. Only 1 out now. It's Gonzalez here in the top of the 8th. Score is 13-3. 2-10. That's a ground ball right to the second baseman, Walker. Throws out Gonzalez for out number 2. And it's Trevor Story, 1-6. And that's a deep drive, deep to center field. And back goes to center field Ruggiano and looks up. That's gone. So Trevor Story, his 2nd home run of the game, drives in his 3rd run, and it's 14-3 now. Second home run of the inning for Colorado. David Dahl. And that's a swing and a miss, and Dahl goes down on strikes for the 3rd out. But the Rockies pick up 3 more runs on 2 more home runs, a 2-run shot by Arenado and a solo shot by Trevor Story, and now lead it by a score of 14-3. It's going to be Johnson, the pitcher spot, and Robles for the Mets. And that's going to be a 6-7. And it's going to be it looks like, let me see who's pitching. We're going to have a new pitcher for the Rockies. It's going to be Christian Bergman. I'm going to read his number. So it's going to be Christian Bergman. For Colorado. Facing Johnson, the pitcher spot, and then the top of the order. Here's the pitch to Johnson. 3-7, and that's ball 4. So Johnson walks. So Johnson's 2 for 2 with 2 walks. He's been on base every time. And it's a pitcher spot, so we're going to get... oh, boy. Crazy game. It's going to be Juan Lagares to pinch hit for Robles. It's a 6-6. It's a line drive base hit single over to third. Goes Johnson, first and third now, so it's an RBI. I'm sorry, it's a single for the pinch hitter. And it's runners on the corners for Granderson, the top of the order now for the Mets against Christian Bergman. Score is 14-3. And it's 5-5. It's a ground ball. That's going to get a run home. Second baseman throws out Granderson. That's an RBI, second of the game. 4th run for the Mets, and it's Walker next. (6-9). It's a strikeout, so Walker goes down on strikes for the second out. So Lagares is at second. Cespedes the batter. Cespedes is 2 for 2 today. 2 for 3, excuse me. It's a 3-6. A 3-6 is a strikeout. Second strikeout for Bergman. Third out of the inning. The Mets score 1 on a hit and a walk. And after 8 innings, it's 14-4. Go to the top of the 9th. It's going to be Reynolds, the pitcher spot, and then Walters. (3-8), and that's a deep drive. Lifted to deep right field, and back goes the right fielder, Granderson, to the track, looks up, that's out of here, home run. Mark Reynolds hits the 6th home run of the game. And this time it's against Eric Goodell. Against Eric Goodell here in the top of the 9th inning. Reynolds goes yard, and that's the 6th time in this game that a Rocky has knocked one out of the park. And it's the pitcher spot, and the pitcher's going to bat for himself. And he is the pitcher is going to bat, and the pitcher is a batting 3. So we have to pull that card. Where is that card? There it is. And it's safe, but it's off the pitcher anyway. Okay, it's off of Goodell. 5-7. And that's a walk. Ball 4. Ball 4 to Bergman. Nobody out. Bergman's on at first. It's going to be Walters against Eric Goodell. 2-7. And that's ball 4. So Goodell walks after the home run, gives up 2 consecutive walks. And now it's the top of the order. Blackman, Charlie Blackman. Nobody out here in the top. It's 15-4. Mets are being blasted. 5-2, and that's going to be ball 4. So Goodell walks the bases loaded. Again, more action in the Mets bullpen. The bases loaded. It's going to be LeMahieu. .49. That's hit deep to right field. Back goes the right fielder Granderson to the track, to the wall, looks up, and that's a grand slam home run. It's a grand slam home run off of Eric Goodell's card to LeMahieu. And the score now is 14-5, 19-4. 19-4. And that's a grand slam home run, and it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th home run of the game for the Rockies. And it's Nolan Arenado. So DJ LeMahieu gets his 5th hit of the game, his 2nd home run. He's a triple shy of the cycle. And he's driven in 5 runs so far. And it's Nolan Arenado against Eric Goodell. It's 3-9. And that's a swing and a miss. Arenado goes down on strikes for the first out. Gonzalez next. 2-8. And that's a line drive base hit for Gonzalez. And that's going to be all. That's going to be all for Goodell. It's going to be Reed coming in to finish it off. Hopefully finish it off. So Goodell pitched the bases, allowed a leadoff solo home run, and then walked the bases loaded, and then gave up a home run to LeMahieu. And it's going to be Trevor Story with 1 out and a runner on first. And he's going to be facing Addison Reed. And that's mind-boggling. Here's the pitch to Trevor Story, 6'5". It's a strikeout. Out number 2. And David Dahl, 6'8". It's a fly ball center field. Ruggiano there for out number 3. But the Rockies pick up 5 runs on 4 hits, 3 of which were home runs, and 3 walks here in the top of the 9th, and lead it 19-4. It's going to be Flores, Cabrera, and d'Arnaud against Bergman, Christian Bergman. 2-2. That's a fly ball lifted to right. Gonzalez, out number 1. Cabrera, 6'6". It's a line drive base hit for Cabrera. Cabrera's 1 for 4 on the day. Travis d'Arnaud, 3'6". And that's lined in the gap, cut off quickly by Blackman. So d'Arnaud's on with a single, runners on first and second. Ruggiano, 1-5. That's a line drive base hit. And Cabrera stops at third. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th for the Mets. And it's going to be Johnson, Kelly Johnson, if we can find him. 3-5. That's a fly ball center field. That's going to score a run. RBI for Johnson, and in comes Flores. 2 outs. We're going to have a pinch hitter now for the pitcher spot. It's going to be Rivera, the catcher, the backup catcher. Rene Rivera is going to get an opportunity to bat. Here's the pitch to Rivera with 2 outs. It's a 4-6 off Chris Bergman's card. 4-6. Line drive base hit. Stopping at third is d'Arnaud. Ruggiano to second. And Rivera has himself a pinch hit single. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Score is 19-5. Rockies. Here's Granderson. It's a 4-10. It's a fly ball center field X. Blackman's a 3, and that's a 2. And that drops in there. 2 runs will score. So it's a 2-run double by Granderson. d'Arnaud scores. Ruggiano scores. Over to third is Rivera. Second and third now, Walker. 6-7. And that's a deep drive. And that's going to be off the wall. And that's going to be another double, a 2-run double. So the Mets have picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runs here. And that looks like it's going to be all for Christian Bergman. Looks like Oberg is going to come in. They try to finish off the inning. So Oberg Oberg is going to face Cespedes with 2 outs and a runner at second. Walker, who just doubled, drove in 2. Here's the pitch to Cespedes. A 4-9. Say swing and a miss, and Cespedes goes down on strikes to end the game. Mets, though, they pick up 5 runs here in the bottom of the 9th on 6 hits. And the final score sounds like a football score. It's 19-9. 19-9. Colorado beats the Mets. The loss is going to go to Cologne, who had an awful day. Cologne went but 2 1/3 innings. And he gave a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits, 2 of which were home runs. 6 earned runs. He walked 1 and struck out 2. And he gets the loss. And that's it, guys. Final score. Crazy, crazy, crazy game. I don't know. It lasted 57 minutes, almost 58 minutes. The Rockies hit 7 home runs, including the last one, a grand slam by LeMahieu in the top of the 9th. And they beat the Mets 19-9 at Citi Field. Holy moly. Total, there were 8 home runs hit. Cespedes hit 1. And that's all she wrote for this game, game 103 in our Stratomatic basic replay of the Mets 2016 season. I'll see you all in a little bit with game 4 of the 4-game series here against Colorado at Citi Field. The Mets have lost 3 consecutive games to the Rockies. They lost the first game 7-1, the second game 5-4, and now this one 19-9. So they're due for a victory pretty soon. All right, see you later. Take care.